Welcome to Ask a Lawyer. We are here with the great one, Carlos Sandoval. This guy's like a mentor to me. I really appreciate him in my life. We actually grew up together, kind of. He was older than me,
right.
But and now he kind of big brother mentor. Today on Ask a Lawyer, we're going to be talking about derivative citizenship and how people can actually be citizens right now and not even know it. They think they have no status, and they're actually citizens. So Carlos, tell us about how that can happen and when it happens.
Well, one of the first questions that I always ask all my clients are your parents United States citizens? I always ask that question. Sometimes they come to me because they have convictions. They come to me because the government is trying to take their green card away from them. They want to deport them. For example, I remember this case. This person came to me once. He had some convictions, some very serious convictions for possession of cocaine. He had gone like to 3 different attorneys. Everybody was telling, man, you have cocaine, like you're gonna be deported. After I asked him about his parents, he told me that his parents were actually United States citizens. The next question I asked him was, how old were you when your parents became United States citizens? He was 16 years old. Guess what? He was already a United States citizen. The only thing that we have to do was file a motion to terminate. So that just shows that you have to think out of the box. You cannot just think, oh my God, this guy.
And you were the hero in that case.
Correct. Like I was the hero.
These other attorneys.
Correct.
Awesome. But my man killed it. Good
right.
stuff.
So there are 2 ways that you can derive citizenship. You can derive citizenship if when you were born, your parent was already a United States citizen, or also you can derive citizenship if your parents naturalized. And then the laws have changed during time. So the first thing that you have to do when you get one of these clients, you have to ask him, or you have to find out what law applied at the time that all the different factors came into place. For example, right now, the latest law, I believe, changed in 2000. So right now, basically, if you have a father that naturalizes and the son who's under the age of 18 comes to the United States with a green card to live under the legal custody of the father, that child becomes a citizen immediately. It's very important to know if for any reason the child came here before, then you have to analyze the requirements that were in place at that time.
So they have to be a legal permanent resident prior to 18. Their parents must have naturalized before they were 18.
Correct.
All right. Those are the main things. What do they have to do to prove those things?
Normally, what I send is a copy of the green card of the child, a copy of the naturalization, a copy of the birth certificate to show that this person is the parent, and also anything to show that the person was living under the legal custody. Sometimes when, for example, if the father is divorced from the mother, in the divorce, it's going to show that the father has legal custody. Also, some other things like school records, medical records, showing that the father, that this parent was the one that in charge of the child. Or the law as it works right now, if you're a United States citizen and you have a child anywhere in the world, that child becomes a citizen immediately. Now we go to a different process. It's not citizenship anymore, but at that time what we have to do is do a process to take that child to the U.S. consulate with all this proof, and at the consulate they're gonna give them a certificate of birth abroad, and also gonna get a United States passport. So that's I actually have had people that come to my office, a United States citizen, telling me, oh, I want to do an I-130 petition for my child who's in Colombia or is in Venezuela. And then once after you ask the right question, you say, no, you don't have to do an I-130. This child is already a United States citizen.
So you go the N600 route.
Well, first you do the N600 once after they're in the United States. But the first thing that you have to do, you do an application with the consulate. You go to the consulate, you file an application there, they get the passport, they come into the United States, and then here you do the N600, correct.
Awesome. Thank you, Carlos.
No problem, my friend.
Thank you for breaking that down. This is Ask a Lawyer, and we appreciate you watching us. Thank you, Carlos.
Thanks, my friend.